As a lot of individuals on my channel know, and some of them who are new to this and you don't know who I am, I want you to know I was a Ron Paul 2008 guy, Peter Schiff individual, Gerald Talente. I came up under the prepper mentality, the mentality that you should have paper gold. I'm an Austrian economic individual. So when I start looking at things and I start trying to figure shit out, I look around and I look at how things are and I go, why is it the way it is? And with the internet's an amazing tool, right? It gives you a way to be able to look up information that 20 or 30 years ago you would have had no idea about. And in being able to do so, what it does is it allows us to stand here and really get down to the meat and potatoes of what's wrong with our system. So with that being said, I wanted to stand here and look at the gold and silver market, right? And understand why, silver and gold legitimately have always been used as a currency. And usually it matches the growth of inflation. Like, it just tends to be how it works. It's how it's supposed to operate, and gold has never had major crazy swings. Like, it's never been some insane type of stuff. Like, it's not super speculative, but it has become this way. And gold is one of the most depressed items I've ever seen. I have never seen anything ever in any market be depressed as much as fucking gold is right now, and silver as well, right? But I wanted to show the math so that everybody could understand exactly what I'm talking about and understand exactly what I'm saying, because I really do think that Peter Schiff, when he goes, $5,000 gold, nice, I'm a $20,000 gold, I'm fully behind him. And I'm going to show you the math why. So without further ado, man, let's really... Now, I've been yelling and hollering and hooting about this for about right around like 2 years now, something like that. And this is the paper to gold ratio, right? I've been thinking it's fucking nuts and it's insane. And the amount of speculation in this fucking market is crazy. So, but I'm going to keep doing it because I think it's fucking important for us to understand that they're hiding goddamn inflation inside of the system. It just is what it is. Now, so this here is a article from Heartland Precious Metals, and thank y'all guys for letting me use it, even though I didn't fucking ask. I'm just doing what the fuck it is I do, right? So, all right, so I'm gonna read you part of this article just because I don't want to go over the whole fucking thing, right? As of last Friday, J.P. Morgan had 89.4 thousand ounces withdrawn from the customer eligible account in its vaults, and it moved 122,000 ounces of gold from its deliverable registered account into its customer account. What the true nature of those transactions were, i.e. who the counterparts were, and did in fact any real gold actually leave J.P. Morgan's vault, is anyone's guess due to the intentional opacity of disclosure on the COMEX. But the bottom line is that of last Friday, the COMEX vaults collectively now show 202,000 ounces of gold in the registered deliverable accounts of the COMEX vault custodians. As of today's trading, the preliminary gold futures open interest rose to 419,000 contracts, representing 41.9 million ounces of paper gold. This would preliminarily put the ratio of paper gold to deliverable physical gold at an astonishing 207 to 1 ratio. Let me say that again. 207 ounces of paper gold. That means gold that doesn't exist. Those who don't know what paper gold is, I'm gonna explain it to you very simply put. All right, so you have a bullion house, which basically it lends out gold, or fucking, it sells gold, whatever the case might be. But what they'll do is, instead of selling the actual gold and taking delivery, they'll put out a paper contract on it so it can be moved around inside of the system as a derivative. And a derivative is anything that is not actually something. Like, for instance, the MBS contracts were derivatives. Anything that isn't the physical, like stock or physical fucking actual thing, right? Like, say a physical ounce of gold is an actual, it's an actual thing. A derivative would be, say, if you have the gold and then you bet against how much is going to lose the value. The short on it would be the fucking derivative, all right? Or if you're selling out things that don't exist against something else, that's a derivative, all right? And so it's kind of derivative of whatever the fuck it is you're selling. These here are derivatives markets, and these derivative markets are insane. 207 to 1. That means the size of the paper fucking gold market compared to the regular gold market, right, is 207 times the fucking size of the regular actual fucking market. That's nuts. The reality is how much, all right, legitimately, how much of the fucking actual market, or how much would gold be worth if they called in all those derivative fucking notes? How much would fucking gold shoot up? So I did the basic math. You know what I'm saying? The basic math is taking, the 207 times 1286, and it comes out to $266,202 per fucking ounce. Now, am I saying that gold is worth $266,000 per ounce? No, I'm really not. I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form. But if it got called in on this manner, it would be an immediate spike, and it would probably go over $100,000 an ounce. Now, once it's all said and done, I think gold is probably worth somewhere right around $20,000 an ounce to keep up with inflation. That should be the basic fucking numbers for how much it's actually worth. Whether or not that's ever going to happen, I'm not real sure, but I do think at some point, once the market takes a tumble that is going to take here soon, you should own physical gold, because physical gold will pay massively, all right? Because it's only worth $800 or $1,300 right now, $1,286, $32, something like that, and it's shot up $8 in the past month. It's never going to get pushed up until the market actually tumbles, which is probably going to happen from a bond redirection of where the hell it's heading to. And there's going to be massive amounts of bond failures here soon, with the corporate bonds being at $9 trillion, and with, all the fucking municipal bonds that aren't able to be paid back because the fucking local taxpayers don't have the money to do so. And they're losing all the individuals who are collecting Social Security because, number one, they're dying, and number two, they're getting sick and they're not able to pay their bills, and they're all moving into nursing homes where they're not paying on property taxes anymore. This is all something, that we need to be looking at, and I do believe that gold is a good way to go. Now, let's get into silver. Now, this is not just fucking limited to the gold market, all right? It's also the silver market as well, okay? While many precious metals, and this is from Zero Hedge, and it's going to tell you how insane, how absolutely batshit nuts this fucking shit has gotten to. How many precious metal investors realize the massive amount of paper trading leverage taking place in the gold market that they should see what's going on in the silver market? In a previous article, I provided data showing that an amazing $9.8 trillion of notional gold paper trading took place in the world's exchanges in 2016 versus $42 billion in actual physical gold investment. That's fucking nuts. This was a paper to physical ratio of 233 to 1. I told, it's fucking insane. It's goddamn fucking nuts, right? However, the amount of paper trading leverage in the silver market is much higher than that. All right, so again, according to the data put out by 2017 World Silver Survey, the total paper trading silver volume in the world's exchanges was 159,000 million ounces, or 159 billion ounces in 2016. Thus, the exchanges traded over 180 times more paper silver in 2016 than the global mine supply of 886 million ounces. If we look at the ratio of global national paper silver traded last year, compared to the actual silver market, it was more than double of gold. By multiplying 159 billion ounces of paper traded in 2016 by the spot price of $17.14, we arrive at a staggering 2.27 trillion of notional paper traded versus the 4.4 billion actual silver investment. Thus, the paper notional trading silver into a physical investment was a whopping 517 to 1, double the 233 to 1 for gold. Now, the 517 to 1 notional paper trading ratio of physical silver investment does not take into account any of the huge OTC markets where a lot of the silver is traded, and there's no quantifiable statistics to the amount or degree. Currently, the cryptocurrencies are experiencing huge gains over the past several months. It doesn't matter if an individual agrees with owning Bitcoin or one of the many cryptocurrencies. The important thing to understand is that the tremendous price increases in many cryptocurrencies are likely due to the concern to the massive amounts of central banks' $1 trillion in asset purchases in the first 4 months of the year. So I took the 517 paper ounces of silver times $15.08, and I came up with the number of $7,796.36 for the high price of silver. Now, am I saying that silver is going to jump immediately to almost $7,800 an ounce? No, I'm not. I'm saying that it could peak out probably around $5,000 an ounce, and then it will drop back down if they end up start calling in, even say 25 to 30% of the paper silver that's out in the fucking market right now, and these derivatives get fucking destroyed. You know what I mean? That's kind of the situation. Like, this is the same as the fucking housing bubble. There's no real goddamn difference. But it's the paper and silver market, and it's usually used as a hedge against fucking inflation and as a hedge against volatility inside of the markets. And with volatility coming in the markets here in the next few months, I'm gonna tell you like this: it's legitimately like looking like there's gonna be a major problem, and I would suggest you buy silver and gold. All right, because they're gonna pay massive amounts of dividends, and even if it comes down to the point of like a full collapse, there's no reason not to own fucking silver and gold. Like, legitimately, gold's going to be good for big purchases. Silver's going to be good for small daily purchases, guns, ammo, water, food, paper towels, toilet paper, paper plates, fucking dish detergent, bleach, shit that you're going to need. You know what I mean? And silver's always going to have a fucking store of value for that. Legitimately. I don't think Bitcoin will, and that's why I have a problem with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's all digital. What happens when you get hit with like an EMP or something like that? Bitcoin's gonna end up being a worthless, useless piece of shit fucking object that you're, just gonna have invested in and have nothing to do with. Like, there's no actual physical backup. There's nothing there like to say that this has a long-term store of value outside of actually having an internet. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I wanted to drop this video on y'all and show y'all what the situation is, and hopefully you learn something. You know what I mean? Like, what this fucking channel is about education and trying to make sure that people who are sub to me are smarter than everybody the fuck else around you. You know what I mean? I want to show you moves before they need to be made. It's Tom Pease of Pinoy News. Y'all know the deal. Peace.